Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As you can clearly tell, I'm outside in nature, not in my little shack. This is proof that I do go outside, so there you go. Anyways, welcome to part 3 of top 10 roles I auditioned for and didn't get, because you guys like the other two so much, and you like my misery and my sadness. Anyways, let's get right into these. And here we go, starting off at number 1, we have the HBO show, The Idol. I remember auditioning for this, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago. I went out for the role of Xander, who was played by Troye Sivan. And the only reason I remember this is because I stumbled upon the original email for the audition. And it was, it must have been 2 or 3 years ago. Anyways, I think they called me in for this one because I had previously auditioned for Euphoria. And this was made by Sam Levinson, who also made Euphoria. At the time, I thought I might have had a chance of getting it. I don't know, just because I had thought I had a chance of getting Euphoria, so maybe they were going to give me this one. I don't know. But obviously, considering that Troye Sivan got the part, they wanted someone with a little more star power. Maybe someone a little bit cooler in the music world. I don't know. I did think the show would blow up because of just how Euphoria had blown up, and it was the same people, basically. But, I don't know. A lot of people thought it was horrible. Some people thought it was okay. I watched it. There were some parts that made me uncomfortable, but most of the parts that made me uncomfortable were actually all of the Weeknd's scenes. I think there's that story of how there was supposed to be a woman to direct it, and it had been about basically Lily Rose Depp's early life as a pop star. I think that would have been a more interesting show, but instead they totally canned it and rewrote it and made it about the Weeknd. And I don't know, it was gross, it was weird, but it could have been good. And I guess they're not doing a season 2 after that. I guess they canceled it, but whatever, turned into a softcore porno. Still would have been nice to have been a part of, though. Hey, next, here we go. This is The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'll be honest, I don't really remember anything from this audition. I do know it's a couple years ago, obviously. I went out for the part of Steven, who is the brother to the main girl. I don't know what her name is. But obviously, I know it was that part because it's the only half Asian part in the show. Which, hey, they went with another Asian guy. Congratulations. But I knew it was a big book series, and I knew it was going to be on Amazon, so it was kind of going to be a big deal. I haven't really watched the show. I think I watched the first episode, and it was okay. It's not really my type of show. I'm not a young adult anymore, but I don't have any feelings towards it. I think it would have been nice, but it's obviously getting more seasons, and people did like it a lot, so good for them. Good for them. Next. Okay, this one I really wanted, and I thought I had a good chance at getting, too, back in the day. It was 13 Reasons Why, and I auditioned for this probably around the time I auditioned for Wimpy Kid. I don't remember, honestly. It was early on in my career. I still had stars in my eyes about acting. I auditioned for the part of Tyler Down, who was kind of like a weirdo creep. I don't know. He was into photography and cameras, and he was like always taking photos. I just remember him being kind of like weird, like a kind of weird nerd, which obviously I thought I had a good shot at getting, and apparently so did the casting directors. They thought I had a good shot at it too, but they ended up going with Devin Druid, who I say, I think he did a good job. I didn't watch the show, so I don't know, but the casting director did like me. I remember them saying something about it, and I probably did at least 2 auditions, maybe 3. I don't know. So who knows? In an alternate universe, I could have been in 13 Reasons Why. And I know the show was pretty popular, and it got 2 or 3 seasons. I think 2. But I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch it, so I don't know if it's any good or all. But, I probably would have liked them in it. Just because I thought I had a shot at getting it. Here we go. Here's another throwback movie. I don't know if you remember this one. It's called Love, Simon. And it came out, 2016? No, 2017 or something. But I actually really vividly remember auditioning for this back when I was actually filming for Wimpy Kid. I was in a hotel, and I remember reading it and getting an audition and thinking it was going to be like my next project. I don't know. It was some Netflix young adult movie, book adaptation. Another one. You see the trend here. However, at the time I was auditioning for a couple of other things that I wanted more in a way. So I don't think I really did a good job on this one. I don't know. I don't remember. But it went to Nick Robinson, who I think is a good actor. He's done a lot of good things. And I think he was pretty known at the time. He was probably a pretty big name, bigger than me, obviously. And this one is one of the projects I think he's more known for too. I think this was one of his big roles. But I don't know. Once again, I never watch these movies. I don't know. I don't watch the movies that I'm not in. I audition for and I'm not in. I tend to not watch them. So I can't say if it was good or bad. But it seemed to do good for Nick. So hey, who knows? Maybe it would have been good for me. I don't know. Next. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this movie, if you heard of it, if you watched it, who knows. But it's called Detective Pikachu. And it came out 6 years ago now. Maybe less. Maybe more. I don't remember. But it's a movie about this detective. It's a world where Pokemon and humans live together, and about this young detective that helps Pikachu find missing Pokemon or something. And I auditioned for the lead role that went to Justice Smith, who ended up getting a lot of roles that I auditioned for. But anyways, I knew it would probably do pretty well just because of the fact that it was Pokemon. And I think at the time Pokemon Go was a thing, and so it was kind of a hot topic. And I do remember that it probably would have been a difficult movie to do just because of how much CGI. And I know a lot of the scenes, even the audition scenes, were just acting with Pokemon that obviously aren't there, so you can't see them. So it's a lot of just invisible acting, which I had done on Wimpy Kid. I had some experience with that, and it's not easy. You're acting to maybe a cardboard cutout if you're lucky. Most of the time, just a tennis ball on a stick. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been a good part. I don't know how well it did. I think it did okay in the, in terms of people seeing it and money. I don't know. So I had no idea if it would have been good for me. I don't think I had a good shot at it. Let's just put it that way. I think it was too big of a movie for me at the time, that they wanted someone bigger, someone more established. But I think it would have been funny to be in a Pokemon movie. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not a big Pokemon fan. I've never seen it, never played it. I don't know. But I think they're cute. I like them. So, who knows? Maybe I watched it. Maybe I did watch it. I think I may have watched it on a plane or something. I thought it was okay. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so this was one of the roles where I really thought I had a chance at getting, just because after the first audition and the callback, I think casting reached out and they said I was in the running for the part. So there was a decent chance I could have gotten this one, and it was for the Goosebumps series on Disney Plus, and I went for the role of Lucas Parker, who is this kind of reckless, daredevil, skateboarding, BMXing kind of kid who's fallen on his head one too many times. And he's with this group of kids that are trying to solve this mystery that their parents are wrapped up in this small town. And it's about Goosebumps and Goosebumps monsters. I don't know. But I liked it. I love Goosebumps. I read Goosebumps growing up. I was crazy about Goosebumps. I liked the original series, the 90s show. I thought that was really fun too. I knew that this one was going to be fun to make. I think it did pretty good. I think they're getting a second season. Obviously, no one dies, so it would have been good to be in. And overall, I kind of feel like I missed out on this one, just because I feel like the character was super close to who I am. And who knows? Maybe in the future there might be a role in Goosebumps for me somewhere, somehow. But life goes on. I'll get over it. But I think I also auditioned for the Goosebumps movie. I think there was something. I've auditioned for Goosebumps more than once for some reason. I'm trying to remember the other one, but God, it keeps eluding me. Okay, so this is one of those roles where I thought I had a chance of getting it, and then it finally came out, and I saw who they casted, and I realized that I had zero chance. This was Spider-Man Homecoming. I know you're thinking, but no, I didn't audition to be Spider-Man. No, I auditioned for the best friend role of Ned, who went to Jacob Batalon. And I think I watched this one. This was the first one with, what's his name? Tom Holland as Peter Parker. So I watched this one, and I liked it, and I realized that there was no shot I was going to be that part. But it would have been so cool to have been in a Spider-Man movie. And I know he went on to do multiple ones, and even like Avengers, I think he was in. But yeah, him and we don't look anything alike. And, I think we're both comedic actors. I think that's why I got the audition, is because it was kind of a comedic relief role in the movie. So I had experience doing comedy. Maybe that's why they called me in. But there was zero shot I was going to get this. But hey, it would have been nice, because the amount of money you make on residuals off those Marvel movies, wow. God, that bag must be nice. But yeah, I have like zero regrets, because there was no shot. There was no chance I was going to get this. Anyways. Okay, here's another project where I really thought I was going to get the part 2. It's called I Am Not Okay With This. It was a Netflix show based off like a comic book or a graphic novel about this young girl that discovers she has superpowers or something. I don't remember. Something like that. Anyways, I auditioned for the friend role of Stanley Barber, who is this eccentric weirdo who's in love with the main girl. And I think he was a comedic role. He was funny. He was weird. You're starting to see a pattern here. And I remember doing pretty well in the casting. I think they liked me. I remember going to a callback. I remember even thinking that they reached out and I was in the running too. And then it went to someone else. Someone who, doesn't really look like me, which is nice. I think he has curly hair and he's just a different look, which is when you're an actor and you see who gets the part and you see that they don't look anything like you feel so much better about it, because you can say, hey, it wasn't about my acting. I'm not a bad actor. It was just I don't look the part that they wanted. And that feels so much better. It helps you delude yourself into thinking that was the reason and that you're actually a good actor. And there's nothing wrong with your skills, your talent. No, it's just you don't have curly hair. That's it. That's all it was. Anyways, I never watched the show. I know some people liked it. Some people, I don't know, maybe didn't like it. I don't know if it's getting a season 2. But hey, who knows? Probably would have been fun to do. I think. I liked the script a lot. I thought it was a cool project. But once again, realized I didn't fit in it. Oh well. Ash and Lily's Book of Dares. This is another one. Another Netflix young adult book adaptation into a TV series. I remember the main part of the show being about how these two people meet through like notes in a book or in a bookshop, and it's during Christmas, and the part I went for is the lead part, and he like hates Christmas. He's super like uptight and like arrogant and thinks he's smart and cool, and his parents are rich but they're never around, so he's alone during Christmas. And then the chick is like, she loves Christmas, loves her family, this, that, but no one wants to spend Christmas with her or something. And then they end up together, discovering new things about each other, about themselves. I don't know. I guess it's one of those shows where, it works better in a book, maybe. I don't know, because I think it only got one season. But yeah, I think the part went to, what's his name? Austin Abrams, who I'm a big fan of. I like Austin Abrams. I think he's done some great movies, some great shows. He's a good actor. And, once again, a lot of things I've auditioned for, he's gotten too. So it's good to know that I'm in that kind of running, I guess. Or maybe I'm just delusional. Who knows? But yeah, I'm a big fan of Austin Abrams. And I didn't watch this one. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't think it's really like my kind of show. But hey. He's not really, he's competition, but not really. I like him. I root for him. Let's go, Austin. Get the bag. Here we go, number 10. And I think it's the second or the only other project on my list that's been nominated at the Oscars. And it's Nope. Jordan Peele's Nope. But this one I don't really have much to talk about because the part was so small. It was credited as Ryder Muybridge on IMDb, but for those who watch the movie, it's just the guy on the motorcycle at the end who has like 2 to 3 lines. Now, obviously, I would have loved to have been in a Jordan Peele movie, and especially horror. I've never done horror, but I want to. But at the same part, this one just didn't have that many lines. I don't even think he showed his face. I think he was riding a motorcycle with a motorcycle helmet, so you didn't really see who it is. So maybe I don't really think I missed out, but it would have been cool. But hey, I'm gonna give this one maybe a medium regret because it was a Jordan Peele movie, but I think it was faceless and tiny. Anyways, and that's it. Those are another 10 roles that I auditioned for and didn't get. Let me know if you want to see another video like this. I have a couple more. They're not as interesting, but there's a lot more. But maybe I'll just make a list of all the other ones. I think these were the best ones, and now we're going into the ones that no one's really seen, no one's heard of, they haven't come out. I don't know. But let me know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You know what to do. And I'll see you next time with another video. Adios.